Test, 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 test. I think we're going. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to first Red Sea live stream in a little bit here, huh? My name is Corbin, and I will be your host for the evening. What is going on, everybody? I don't know how many people are actually going to be in this live stream. I don't know. I know, I was just thinking that, Christian. I was literally, as I was about to go live, I was literally like, man, I should make a Wilson Contreras emote. The problem with it, though, Christian, is that it feels like every time I make an emote about anybody, immediately that person does horribly. So I'm kind of afraid to do it. But this is one of my, it's become a tradition on Red Sea Radio. Spencer, what's going on, man? Just gonna say that Sedan 99 card. Oh, dude, Sedan All-Star Game MVP would complete my season. This is one of my favorite traditions on the channel. We just hang out. If you haven't been here yet, we just hang out. It's not really a packed stream. And we just kind of shoot it for like 3 hours while we watch the game and talk about it. It's kind of fun. I like this one. Make an Aaron Judge emote? True, dude. Maybe we make the emotes work for us. Not a bad idea, Robbie. Not a bad idea. Sox back at it with their patented yearly win streak. Let's hope they can maintain it after the All-Star break. That's the most important part to me. Like last year you stumbled a little bit out the gate, which didn't matter. Like I said this in my video, right? You were 6 or 7 games over 500, I think, by the time you had gotten to the All-Star break because of that 10-game win streak. And then you went 1-4, and it's like, all right. You were facing, what'd you face? You faced the Phillies and the Cubs, right? Yeah, it was the Cubs and the Phillies, I think, back to back. So it was like, all right, whatever. This year you can't lose one. You can't go 1-3 against the Rays coming out of the break here. You just can't afford to, right? You're not even 500 yet. You got to keep that momentum. You take back some of the negative things you said about Brezbot. Still calling him Brezbot, and that is hilarious. I just know NL's going to win because we voted All-Star Flat Jr. Hey, man, ball don't lie at the end of the day. He backs out, Wilson gets in. You know what I mean? That's what matters. Man, they're still introducing lineups. We are not starting this game until at least like 8:15 minimum, maybe 8:30. So we're just hanging out, shooting it for a little bit. I'll put the score up. So I don't really know how this is gonna work. Like we've got this, right? So I don't know if this is gonna work. Like we got, oh yeah, it is gonna work. Okay. All right, we're good. We're chilling then. Really, sign the Declaration of Independence? Is that what they're doing here? What is that? What is that giant thing in the middle, chat? What is that? Go watch some Game of Thrones while the game's on. Fair. You bought 10 sports jerseys. All have been traded in less than 1 year. Bought the Rams jersey August 1st last year. Oh no, dude. I think you're good. I honestly think he's pretty difficult to trade right now. Am I asking about the Declaration of Independence that's on home plate? Yeah, why are they signing it? They're all signing it. That's my question. What's up, Jeremy? Like, why is everyone signing a Declaration of Independence? Is that a Declaration of Independence? There's my other question. It's pretty sweet. Oh, no, it's their lineup cards. That's sick. That's sick, actually. Okay, chat, what are the predictions for this game? Oh, no, Spencer. Oh, no. Do I believe Breslow will help the Red Sox get better? I've said this before. I still don't think, like, if the deadline was today, I'm not sure that Breslow would buy. Imagine the worth of that piece of paper. How many Hall of Famers do you think is signing this right now? Like I think Trout's obvious. Judge, I imagine, didn't sign it. I don't even think he's there. Harper, I think, is probably getting in, right? Dono War next week? Oh, God. I hope not. I didn't even stream last week, dude. All this on the players. They're the guys who are fighting to make a name for themselves. Yeah, I think you do have to give credit, a lot of credit to the guys on this team right now for sure for what they've been doing. Cedon hits a game-winning triple, does the ice in the veins thing, and wins MVP. That's my prediction. Ooh, clean. Oh yeah, Ohtani. I don't think Ohtani's there. Ohtani skipped it, I think. At least Breslow can't trade Wilson. True, I saw that. Dude, his quotes fired me up today. Did you guys see those? If you haven't seen those yet, the quote was so sick. He essentially told the front office he's saying no because he has a no trade clause. He's saying no, but the specifics. Ian Brown tweeted out the whole conversation. It was awesome. I told them I would trade something to stay. He added that he thinks he's found a family in Boston, that he loves all his teammates. I love that. I love that. Like I don't know how you sit here and say you want to trade that guy and then complain about power, complain about leadership, complain about like spark. He's all of those things, right? I get it. He's 34 years old. There's probably some regression coming at some point here. Hopefully not this year, right? But at some point. And so I think but like you don't get rid of that guy. I think Caleb Durbin is single-handedly saving Breslow's job. I think it's a combination of him, Siegler, and Jake Bennett. I know, Ben. I was thinking that today. We can't trade Wilson. He loves it here. We physically can't. No, they're still doing intros, Phil. They are still doing intros. Brett Harris is carrying everything from AAA, yeah. Yep, they're still doing intros. They're still signing. So it's interesting that the Nationals are open to trading both. Let me ask you this. So the Nationals put out there this week that they're interested in or not interested, but they're open to trading both, or specifically one of CJ Abrams or James Woods. What are you giving up for James Woods? Think Trout will get a hit? I mean, he's at home. Like, this is kind of his home ballpark. Yeah, they are booing everyone. They're booing literally everyone in the NL. They were, like, mediocre to the AL, except for the Yankees. I think the Yankees got booed. You trade Roman for Woods? Dude, Woods, Bayo? That's not getting it done. Why is Brandon Marsh in the starting lineup, dude? How is Brandon Marsh in the starting lineup? Is probably a better question. Woods is already where we hope Roman gets to. So here's what I was just about to. I got distracted midway through that. There is a small amount of players that I would trade Roman Anthony for. I think you go straight for straight. I think James Woods one of them. He's so good, and I love Roman. That's not me saying Roman. Like won't be good or anything, but that's more credit to how good James Woods is. Like he should be starting this All-Star game. Durant early, Witherspoon, Marcelo for Woods. Yeah, I'd probably do that. And I love Marcelo. I'd probably do that. You think Roman's a dud? I think people. You know what? I'm debating doing a video chat. I'm debating it. Because it's amazing to me that specifically more so Boston media, but it also feels like Boston fans too. They just like feels like some of you guys just like for some reason want these guys to be bad eggs. Like it's amazing. Like the Red Sox go on a 9-game win streak, and the topic on sports radio is it because Marcelo and Roman Anthony aren't in the clubhouse? It drives me insane. It makes no sense to me. Roman Anthony went down basically 2 months ago. Now all of a sudden he's an impact on the clubhouse? He didn't get sent down to Florida until midway through this win streak. So that doesn't even make any sense. And the other thing too with this, the Marcelo stuff, it's like, no, it's so clear and obvious why Marcelo leaving and Seigler coming in made the team immediately better. It wasn't because Marcelo was a Debbie Downer in the clubhouse. It's because Seigler's producing on the field. That's the difference, right? It's a statistical difference. I just don't understand why there are Red Sox fans that just want these guys to be bad eggs. It doesn't make sense to me. But Robbie, it's not even like it's expecting bad things to be happening. It's like you're looking for reasons to hate these guys. But he's right. Then they turn around, they're like, Cedon's like so happy Cedon's in the All-Star game. It's like that guy took 3 years to get here. You know? I mean, he probably should have been there last year, to be fair. He had a great first half last year, but still took 3 years. You know? I don't know. It's a rant. I don't want to make it. Oh, I would almost guarantee it, E. I don't want to make a video about it. So I forgot to mention this fact. I said he's not a good fielder in my video there, Eric. I said he's more of a bench bat DH type. It's not actually taken a long time for the finger ligament. It's actually kind of in line with previous ones, Robbie. The problem is we weren't told it was a finger ligament tear until 3 or 4 weeks after. And they also tried to push him back through it really early on, and that obviously caused a problem. That's the issue with the Roman injury. It's not so much the timeline. Like, the timeline itself is what it is. Like, this is pretty normal timeline. Oh, season premiere Kitchen Nightmares is coming back. I love that show. With all these young dog pitchers that are past the Red Sox to trade Crochet. Why would we trade Crochet? Why would we trade Crochet? Like this is what I'm talking about, dude. Like people like, what are we doing? He got injured this year. You don't think Tolley, Early, Bennett, they're ever going to be injured? You think these guys are going to be perennial 200 inning guys? There's absolutely no reason to extend Garrett Crochet. I don't disagree, Steven. Duran and Narvaez. I'd be kind of heated if you trade Narvaez back to the Yankees. Could get a big bat for Crochet. You get a big bat for a lot of people. Robbie, are you in here? I got it. Don't worry about it. Two Yoshida types on the bench are extremely limiting. Kind of, but also this guy, like, Jones can hit lefties. Eaton wasn't hitting lefties or righties. Lefties. Eaton wasn't hitting lefties. So what you're essentially creating, Eric, is one DH out of these two. We'll see if it works. Do I think Tristan will ever be a positive player? I don't know. I really don't. Oh, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it. My fiance was just there for a bachelorette trip. She just took her bachelorette trip up to Portland for the weekend, so she came back with this hat. I love Portland, though. All good, Robbie. I got it. Seems like Sox injuries always take longer than predicted. Any chance we get a video deep dive in the Red Sox medical staff and how they might improve? So can I be honest with you, Aaron? The reason I haven't done anything like that, I have talked about my frustrations with the medical staff before. The reason I haven't made a full video on it is because I don't necessarily think it's the medical staff themselves. I think it's more so the way the team communicates the injuries that are the issues. Oh, no. They're having trouble finding their spots. The stars are having trouble finding their spots, chat. You know what I mean? Who are the players that we could trade for? I don't know, because I don't know who's going to be available. I don't know who's selling at this year's deadline, because if the Red Sox keep going the way they're going, if the Tigers keep going the way they're going, that eliminates. It's going to be like the Mets, the Royals, maybe the Blue Jays, maybe the Orioles, right? Like there's not. It's going to be tough. Like the deadline's going to be tough. The Giants, probably. Rockies. Padres keep playing the way they're playing. Maybe them. Yeah, Spain looked good today. E. Would I want Lindor? I like Lindor a lot. I think him and Contreras would be fun to watch together. Can I be honest? A playoff push, Aaron. I'll say this before. I'll say it a million times again. I would rather the Red Sox lose out on prospects than not make the playoffs. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. That's just who I am. I know. I get the reasoning for no Lindor. I just like Lindor. I don't know what a package for Lindor would take, honestly. To be honest or honestly all the time makes you sound disingenuous. Then I sound disingenuous, man. I get a lot of like, you need to stop saying this and that. And I do, I edit out the right. Like I say right a lot. So I edit that out a lot. I'll edit out and stuff like that. I'll say here once in a while too much, so I'll edit those out. It's just, it gets to a point where like, okay, what's more disingenuous? Changing the entire way I talk to explain things, or just simply being who I am? You know? Lindor is a Cooperstown bound player, was still a Cooperstown player. Now he's struggling a lot. Yeah, but is he struggling because he's downward spiraling, or is he struggling because he's on a bad team? I don't know. You don't think Lindor should play over Siegler? This is a problem with short-term memory, kind of. You know what I mean? Those teams don't have a lot to offer. Well, that's my point, Eric, is like, I don't know what the actual landscape of the trade deadline is going to look like. You know? He played a lot of years in Cleveland. You got to be used to bad teams. Weren't they relatively competitive in Cleveland? Like, didn't he make the postseason a pretty decent amount? Do I think Jemai is a clear view? No. I think that's looking for conspiracies that aren't there. Personally. I think what it was they saw an opportunity to bolster an area of depth that they didn't have a ton in right now because of the Roman injury, and took it. I think that's kind of it. I'm looking for his playoff numbers. Hold on. Lindor's playoff numbers. So he was in there in 16, 17, 18, 20. 16, 17, 18, 20 with Cleveland. He didn't really play a lot of bad baseball with Cleveland. Really, it was when he got to the Mets. It was like the Mets only made it 22 and 24. Dude, if they hang Goodman out there, Robbie, I'm jumping. Yeah, I think a lot of people would be, William. Polar bear in that locker room? Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. Do I think Colorado? The league hasn't adjusted to Siegler yet. When they do, his response will make a break. Yeah, I agree. What's interesting about Siegler is like his ceiling's relatively high. Like I get he's almost 30, but at one point he was a top, what was he, a top 20 prospect in the draft? Like he was taken first round in the draft. It was like 26 or something. Like at the time there was a lot of promise for him. So I don't know. Arias could be a superstar. Can I be honest with you about something? I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done being like, this is the prospect that's taken us to the promised land. Like, just like if you're gonna trade if you're gonna trade Arias and get a legit all-star back, I'm okay with it, man. Seager's only 26. I thought he was 28. What's up, Paige? Yeah, man. This is one of my favorite streams of the year. I love this one because this one, like, it's not as high stakes. It's not as, we're not super invested in every single pitch. We're just hanging out and having fun. This is one of my favorites. Obviously, we're rooting for the. Do we do chat? Here's a good question. Cattell trade. The Cattell's not. Cattell, they already said. Cattell got 10-5 right, so we can veto trades. He already said no. Is Gasper on the bench or starting tonight? Unfortunately, he didn't make the starting lineup. Maybe we'll see him later. What was I just saying? I was just saying. Oh, chat. We need to figure this out. Do we shotgun if the AL wins this game? Like, should we do something like that? I feel like no, unless the Red Sox do so. Like, if Wilson Contreras hits a 3-run bomb, then yes, we have to. I think. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Jordan? Dude, the Red Sox get Jordan. I'm putting $500 on the Red Sox winning the World Series. I don't know, Andrew. I was just talking about this. I don't know what the targets are because I don't know who's going to end up actually selling. Like, there are teams that are definitively selling, right? We talked about it. Mets, Giants, Royals, Angels, like those bottom teams. But is there anyone on those teams where you're like, man, we got to go get that guy? You liked it, Dennis? I kind of liked it too. If AL wins, you kind of have to. I feel like we're doing stipulation here. If the Red Sox do something big-ish, like if Chapman closes it out and there's like bases loaded, we'll shotgun. If like say Don makes a diving catch, Sure are, James. But this year you gotta maintain momentum. You gotta. $1 million a year shot. Could you still do that? Where are you gonna put Luis Ariz, dude? Where are you gonna put that guy? Losing confidence for Marcelo. I mean, again, we're watching. Like, like to me, I just can't give up on a kid who's 23 years old. As we're watching a kid who's 20. How old's Say Don right now? 26. Yeah. 26 years old, right? Who's just coming into the prime of his career, who finally figured it out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Xavier. If the Red Sox would train for one of them back, which contract do I want? Out of the three of those? Bogarts, Betts, or Devers? I mean, the problem with this, Aaron, the problem with this scenario is if anyone puts this in front of me, I'm saying Bogarts because Bogarts is my favorite Red Sox player of all time. Like, he's my GOAT. Yeah. I can't not say Xander. Yeah, that is the big thing, Andrew. Like, that's the big thing that you could focus on, yeah. Breslo's power bat acquisition is definitely going to be Luis Ariz. There you are. Devers is the youngest. It's probably the most beneficial to get Devers. I would go Xander. You just had this, like, I don't know. This sounds so dumb, and maybe it's just my nostalgia with Xander, but Xander always made it feel like the Red Sox were this is so dumb. I as I'm saying it, I know this is stupid. But my point is, it always felt like the Red Sox were the Red Sox with Xander. Does that make sense? It was almost aura. It's probably the right word. Like, I don't know. Like, see him in the middle. Sonny Gray got screwed. Sonny Gray got royally effed, dude. It's not even screwed. Just royally effed. Yeah, I'll be curious to see. I'll be curious to see what the Red Sox are willing to give up at the deadline if they do buy. And again, they still have, in my opinion, in my opinion, they still have a little bit to go to prove that they're buyers. But if they do buy, it's going to be very interesting to see who they're willing to sell. I literally cried, Andrew. Like, I literally cried. What time's the game start? It's supposed to start at 8. We still haven't gotten a first pitch yet. And it's 8:30. Way behind? I don't know. Hasn't Xander been productive? Oh, for the love of God. Don't click those links, chat. Don't go to those websites. I didn't hit him. No. There we go. Okay. So hope we sell. I can't do it to myself. I just can't do it to myself. I can't. I can't sit here and say that the prospects are better. I still remember waking up and finding Xander was traded when we were expecting to re-sign. Yeah, dude, it was so brutal. The All-Star game doesn't have the best players anyways. It's just who played. I don't know. To be fair, I think the substitutions and the fan voting's ridiculous. The fan voting's ridiculous. They need to get rid of that. The replacements, I think, for the most part, made up for it. There's a couple snubs, but there's snubs every year. The All-Star game is too many players. I know, Jeremy. I know. So here's the thing. I didn't live stream last week, so I had something going on that just prevented me from being able to live stream. But I also was going to live stream like on the weekend, but I was like, I don't want to mess with the mojo. Like, we got crushed the last time that we live streamed. So it's like, do I even live? If they win Friday, both games Friday, like if they're winning still, by the time we get to like next week when I would live stream, do I live stream or do I just let it roll? Would I have kept Evaldi given the chance? I like Evaldi. I like him a lot. I don't find myself sitting here thinking that we should have kept any of the pitchers that we lost, to be honest with you. Do I know who Bo Jackson's all-star home run was back-to-back with? Oh, Jesus, dude. What was it? The Royals he was there? So it was an AL. So he went back-to-back with... I'm trying to think of what era that would be. What is that, the 80s? I don't know, dude. I think some random AL all-star in the 80s. Cal Ripken? The Stars only play like 2 or 3 innings and they get subbed out, so everyone gets a chance to play. I'd prefer a smaller roster, do some amount of subs. Paul O'Neill. Boggs. I probably should have guessed the Red Sox considering, but whatever. I don't know. I like them. Like, one, you don't want, like, it would suck so bad for one of these guys to get injured in this game. So, like, preventing that's fine. Even though you missed the live stream, made the right decision. That's what I thought, dude. I'm not messing with the mojo. If they are still winning next week, I'm not live streaming. What are we doing if Cedon or Wilson hits a home run? I'll shotgun. Yeah, William, you got it. You have to keep betting against them. It's the only thing. Would I rather Caminero or Woods? Oh. Specifically for this Red Sox team, Caminero. Could you imagine Caminero playing 81 games at Fenway Park? He did 70 home runs. I'm taking Caminero. Very Devers-esque, but, like, better. My God. Can we throw the first pitch, please? Like, how are the ages? Are they pretty, like, close in age? Caminero's, I'd imagine, older. Caminero Jr. Can't spell Caminero. How old is he? He's 22. James Woods is what? James Wood. My apologies. Is it? Yeah, James Wood. James Woods is 23. James Wood is 23. Oh, dude, I don't know. This is tough. That's tough. Think Padres entertain. I can't allow myself to keep thinking about that, Robbie. I can't sit here and be like, Tatis enters my head again. I just can't do it. I can't. Hopefully we don't have to imagine, Matthew. Hopefully it happens, I think, 2 years from now? Where's next year's? All right, Michael Trout. Ooh. Wrigley next year? That'd be cool. In a world, could you see us trading for Mason Miller? No. I don't know that you have the pieces, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know that the Red Sox would ever give up, like, Arias and Ianson. Probably have to be the package, just the start of it. And then maybe Marcelo in there, too, for Miller. I just don't think that they would do that. That's what I'm saying, Lee. For the All-Star Game 2029, I will make a vlog at the Home Run Derby if the Red Sox host the All-Star Game. Yeah, Walker was, dude, that home run derby was one of the best home run derbies I've seen in recent memory. That new structure is perfect. I was on the edge of my seat every single, like, for Wilson's run where he almost tied, like, he almost became the most hated man in Philadelphia. Like, it was sick. That was such a good legitimately, I think such a good, what am I trying to say? Thing for the game. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, the Derby, it was just fun. Like, it didn't feel long, you know? Like, it didn't feel like, oh my God, this is going to be, like, when is this over, you know? Wood and Walker is the same prospect. I don't know. Wood is you got to look at Wood's stats. He's really good. Fans were booing kids for missing fly balls. Yeah, they were. We need a timeout again. I would agree with that. Yeah, maybe after, like, yeah, I agree. Maybe a timeout, probably a good idea. Yeah, because some of those guys were getting gassed, and you're right. The 5 pitches down the middle was brutal. Do I think they're going to trade Chapman at the end of the season? I don't know. Like, it depends on how the Red Sox end this year, you know? Like, if they make a decent postseason run, I don't think they do. Although, I don't know. Would Case too much? He's leading the league in walks right now. He's a .410 on base percentage. I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, he does strike out a lot, but he has 79 walks. He's a .410 on base percentage, dude. I'm taking that every single day of the year. Alvarez is so good. Alvarez is so good. He's just so good. Like, he strikes out 28% of the time, but walks almost 20. I'm cool with that. Yeah, Philly fans might be more brutal than like Red Sox and Yankee fans, honestly. Is Story coming back? That's the idea. I don't know. I don't know when. Would it make sense to extend Sonny? Nah, dude, he's old. Maybe like a 1-year extension. I don't know. Corbin, how much would we have to give up for Jordan? Again, it would be Arias, it would be Ianson, and then probably a major league outfielder too. Zach Geloff. I would love Zach Geloff. He just got extended. I don't think they're going to. You sound so annoying when I keep saying honestly. I just, like, again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you don't like the way I talk, like, there's only so much I can do. You know what I mean? I can only change so much about the way I speak. It's just that it is what it is, dude. If it annoys you, I'm sorry. You'd rather hold on to Ianson than Arias? I'm interested. I don't know what the ceiling is for Arias, honestly. There it is. Arias, Ianson, and Duran for Jordan, absolutely. I don't know, dude. It honestly might be more than that. There's never been a year where you've heard less about injured players. If they are injured, they are dead at this club. You would think, but like looking around, there's a lot of stories about Roman and Crochet, dude. There's a lot of them. If you're talking about the other guys, yeah, like it doesn't feel like we've seen anything from Story or like I haven't heard anything about Story or Marcelo or IKF. I didn't even know Nick Sogard was on a rehab start until he got onto the rehab start, you know? There were no news about Sandoval too. He's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Stanhouse still alive? I don't know. I don't think Roman Anthony will ever make a home run derby. I don't know if he's the type of hitter to get into a home run derby, honestly. Did you know Costas and Crawford were still on this team? I know Costas was because that's the only guy we're getting updates on. Wow, he got an out there? Freddie Freeman's such a good first baseman. Caminero willing that to be safe was hilarious. Brother, you're not fast enough for that. You can't be one of those guys that goes like this after you cross first base. I feel like you have to have a certain speed threshold to hit before you can hit that, you know? You gotta be able to beat out an infield single for you to hit the safe sign crossing the bag. Like you can't be that guy. You hate Freddie on the Dodgers, though? I don't know. I get it. Everyone hates being on the Dodgers. But, like, to me, like, if he was on the, I don't know, like the Phillies or the Mets or something, I feel like he'd be a little bit more hated. I don't know. Jake Bennett's literally outstanding. Give praise where praise is due. I've been doing nothing but praising Jake Bennett for the last 2 weeks, dude. Have Crochet and Story been in the dugout? Story goes to, yeah, they're both there on homestands. That's it, though. They aren't traveling with the team, which makes sense. You got a lot of guys right there. Like, you have so many dudes in the IL. Hate everyone on the Dodgers, but Freeman's a genuinely good person. Yeah, it's so hard to. It is so hard to hate Freddie Freeman. That was kind of my point. Does he have a baguette bat? Is that a baguette? Bobby, stop swinging that thing. I want to see. That looks like a baguette. Will Early pitch again? At some point, yes, we will see Early on the mound again. Another team should trade for Peralta? Yeah. I mean, Peralta will probably get moved. But no, the Red Sox should not trade for Freddie Peralta. I agree. Doesn't make any sense for this current team. Especially for what you'd have to give up. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know where he gets traded to, though. The Dodgers, maybe? Wow. Sanchez is letting this inning go to hell, huh? Oviedo, that's another perfect example of guys we've never heard from versatility. The one update we've heard about Oviedo was that he was supposed to start throwing next week. We've heard nothing about it. Why is everyone so upset with Luis Arraez? Like the Red Sox don't need an Arraez. It's like the one guy they don't need. Is Crochet coming back? I don't know. We haven't heard any updates from Crochet either. What about Lindor? I'm kind of iffy on Lindor. I guess if like it's essentially handed to you, maybe. But I don't know. The contract's so big. That's what scares me. No, I will not be rooting for the Yankees. I will just wait. I'll root for a three-peat. Glad we missed on Snell. Who do we get instead of... That was the Crochet offseason, right? Offseason rumor MVP Isaac Paredes. The Astros aren't going to trade Isaac. Because they might be buyers, dude, and they need him for the infield right now. They've got Correa and Pena on the IL, and there's one more too, isn't there? Yeah, Bellinger's a starter over Cedar Rafaela. This is fan voting, chat. That was such a ridiculous thing to say, Lopez. There was no reason for that. There we go. AL on the board. Wow. 2-0. Cody Bellinger up the middle. That felt weird. Cody Bellinger was a replacement? Who did he replace? He didn't replace Buxton. I thought that kid from Chicago replaced Buxton and Cedar replaced Judge. Who did he replace? No, Cedar replaced Judge. So many guys who start for us for starting pitching. You're kind of running on fumes there, I'll be honest. Back in my day, they also even determined home field advantage. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, for starter. I see. I see versatility. Would I send Duran, Chapman, and Sonny Gray, Padres, for Mason Miller and Ethan Salas? I would. It's not going to happen, but I would. I'm behind. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm streaming it, so that makes sense. There's no way the Padres do that, but any team in Major League Baseball needs Mason. Mason Miller is the best closer in the game. Anyone needs that guy. I don't care that we got Chapman. You know what I mean? Like in this too, he's also trading Chapman over. Salas isn't that great. I like Salas. I like Salas. The defense is really good. He's putting it together with the bat. I like him. No, I don't think so, Christian. If he puts together a winning record and battles through all these injuries with a winning record, I don't think Yeah, I think there's room for him to be. Always talk about trading for Tatis. People love Tatis, dude. You think Tracy's staying? I think it's kind of up in the air right now. I do. I think it's sort of like a feeling out period, you know? We need to fire Driveline. Why? Driveline coaches are currently on this team right now, and they've been hitting really well. No, God, dude, the Driveline narrative has just gotten so far out of hand. It really has. The founder of Driveline was here 8 days a year. 8 days a year. And then he left. And everyone's like, oh, that must be the answer. No, right? It's not. The hitting coaches on this team right now that are helping Siegler, Monasterio, Yoshida, Seidan, Wilson. Right now, those guys are Driveline guys. So should we get rid of those guys too, just because they're Driveline? Dude, no, it didn't. Like, we're connecting coincidences. We are. He left like 3 or 4 weeks before they clicked. Colby, 6 months. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Contreras home run, Rafael diamond catch. I'm in. One more political comment, Lopez. You're out, dude. We don't do that, eh? What do I mean? 8 days a year? Like, he was a consultant. He would come in 8 days a year, whether it was, I don't know if it was all at once. I don't know if it was spread out throughout the year. And he would consult with the organization about the way they're approaching different statistics and whatnot with their pitching. That was his role. Did anyone read the article that Tim Healy put out about the guy actually being fired? What's up, Ben? How you doing, my friend? The Red Sox are running on synchronicity, not coincidence. That's the way the ball bounces. I'm not sure that makes sense. So he did for other teams too. Yeah, that's literally why he left. He got a more extensive offer with a different team that he was already working with. It wasn't exclusively the Red Sox. I don't know what team he honestly went to. I'm sure we could look that up and find it, but Red Sox diehard saying Ben Rice is so good. Dog, we can't do this. We can't do this. Thanks, Patriots. I appreciate it. Hate to say it, but it's true. I can't say it. The police sing synchronicity too. That is true. Dylan Cease getting the start here, huh? Just want to see a full season of Roman Anthony? We all do, dude. We all do. We're afraid our offense hit on all cylinders and that it's going to fall apart if one guy isn't. Yeah. But the beauty of the kind of like, I don't know, sordid beauty of this is that they're not irreplaceable players, so you have to sit there and battle. Like, if Anthony Siegler, as much as I love him, starts crap in the bed, like real bad, like doesn't look good, you could just option him back down, you know? Who do I think is the best pitcher in baseball right now? The best pitcher in baseball, huh? I don't know who the best pitcher in baseball is, honestly. Mizorowski probably would be my guess. You getting you an All-Star, a WC-40 All-Star jersey? Let's go, shooter. Hell yeah. I kind of want one too. Sonny Gray does have the most wins, true. Might be Sanchez. Christopher Sanchez is up there, yeah. How do I feel about the Jahmai Jones edition? I'm honestly I kind of indifferent about it. Like it's not something that I'm gonna sit here and get mad about. It's just not something I'm gonna get excited about either. Like if the Red Sox use him as this sort of Rob Refsnyder-esque type player, I think it could be relatively solid. I mean, they were just looking for help against lefties, right? Moss has been swinging it, but haven't been able to find any like consistency with him against lefties. Eaton was like 0 for his last 20 against lefties. So if he could just swing it against lefties, it's a solid trade. I mean, we'll see. It's not crazy to say Sonny Gray could win a Cy Young. The ERA's there. The underlying metrics aren't. I don't know. It's gonna be the Sonny Gray conversation. If this is how he ends his season, the Sonny Gray conversation is gonna get real interesting real quick. Yeah, Bayo did do well. It's because he came out of the bullpen. Bennett gonna finish top 5 ring of the year. I think Tolley. I still think Tolley's been better this year. Yeah, I'm surprised there weren't more booze versatility. I was waiting for it, but it was relatively uneventful when he struck him out. Could Dylan Cease hear the booth right now? Bale coming to the bullpen foreshadowing for what? You think they should open the gates at Fenway early so fans can see the Red Sox batting practice? No, because the reason they don't is because the Red Sox do most of their batting practice underneath. They like a few guys will come out. It's not as eventful as it once was. Put Bayo in Weisert's role. Weisert's been good, dude. Bayo Sames game 7. Hell yeah. No one should get booed the All-Star game. It's just part of the gig, dude. Woo, Dylan Cease, huh? Pumping it. It sucks so much we're not going to see Sonny Gray in this game. It sucks so much. Like, this is Dylan Cease's first All-Star game? That can't be right. What's up, Wes? Or is this Shea Langoliers? No, Shea Langoliers was there last year, I thought. Whose first All-Star game is this? Bayo is set up for Whitlock after we trade Chapman. I don't know, dude. Rather have him rested? Well, yeah, of course, but in terms of like the honor itself, it should have been like Sonny Gray should have gotten it. Langoliers was a snub last year. Yeah, that makes sense, Andrew. Yeah, whatever. Philly fans, yeah, Philly fans. I feel like are a different breed. What's up, Kalen? This is one of my favorite parts of the All-Star game is listening to them like go through their pitch sequencing and stuff. I just wish Cease would tell us why. When does Contreras come out to play? Probably around the 5th ish. I think. Rather have guys healthy. I get it, but like I don't know, he deserved it. how many All-Stars they made. Oh my God. I didn't even remember that. That is sick. Can't afford another starter to go to. I get it, but he's pitching 2 innings. I don't think the 2 innings is going to do anything to mess him up, really. Sonny Gray and Ranger Suarez both surprised me how great they are. I expected 500 whatever effort. I don't lose effort. Just great. What? I defended both those guys pretty heavily coming into the season. Did that the last 2 or 3 years? Yeah, that's such a good idea. Yeah, they should have. I don't know why they didn't. Simon. See, Kalen? Simon. I remember this time. Did I like it, Trash Home Run Derby? I loved it. It was fantastic. What can we get for a package of Duran, Bayo, and Massa? I mean, come on, right? Not much. What do you, Shimon, what do you think? What do you think you can get? Try to make me laugh. It worked. Because there was a cold Big Mac and a half drunk Coke. Paul Skeens. Oh, yeah, dude. There we go. Finally, someone is actually looking at this realistically. His contract sucks less, I'll say right now. He's been healthy. He's hitting a bit. And there's only, one more year on it? I think he's 27 and he's done. So, not as bad. Yeah, his color scheme is good. You're right. Whoever said that. Why can I hear this guy twice? Can you guys hear that guy twice? I want James Woods in a Red Sox uniform so bad. Like it would be so sick. Would, yeah. All right. You know what the problem is? It's him being James Wood. Like the S at the end of James makes you think it's an S at the end of Wood. I don't know. The Nats do have solid uniforms. We don't need Freddie Freeman. I would love, but I think there are more better fits here. James Wood would be a great power addition, dude. James Wood would be a great addition. Period. I'm still looking at he's already at 4.2 WAR, dude. Like that's ridiculous. He leads the American League of plate appearances, runs, or the National League, walks. He's a 410 on base percentage, leads the NL in slug at 575, 984 OPS, 171 OPS plus. Dude's got 28 home runs. He almost has the same amount of home runs this year in 97 games that he had last year in 157. Already has 15 stolen bases, like my man. Do I think the selection of Schaffner could mean a Story or Arias trade? Probably not. I don't think so. Lopez, why are you using 2 different accounts to talk in here? Who would it take more to get? James Wood or Mason Miller? It has to be Wood, dude. It has to be Wood. Oh, I don't know. Dude, Mason Miller might be it too. How old is Mason Miller? 28. No. It has to be. It has to be Wood. Ellie? What are we going to do with Ellie? Tragedy that Otani's in there and Judge. Yeah, injuries suck. It does. It definitely does make it feel a little bit different when those guys aren't there. Eduardo Rodriguez, Steven. The GOAT. How is he doing? Is he good this season, or was this like a... No, I guess Corbin Carroll is there. Wow, he's been really good this year, huh? 4.3 WAR, 2.29 ERA. He's always going to have a higher FIP because he's a ground ball guy. Wow, he has been good this year. A psycho yin to his yang? A psycho? Why do we need a psycho? We got a psycho. That's Wilson. And like low key a little bit, will you? Logan Webb, why? Wood is worth way more than Marcelo, dude. And I love Marcelo. Ernie Clement starting? Why is Ernie Clement starting? Ernie Clement. He's been pretty good this year, I guess. He leads the American League at I mean, yeah, all right. He's hitting 296. I don't know. Blue Jays Nepo pick? That's got to be what it is. Ernie Clement got the most votes in the AL? Pardon me? Ernie Clement got the most votes. That can't be right, dude. That can't be right. Blue Jays fans voted on him? Yeah, but even with I'm looking up the stats here. I want to see if it line. No. I believe that the versatility's right. I need to look at the stats to see if it's worth it. $2026. We'll just do OPS. For second baseman, get results. Oh, I need to qualify. Hold on. Played at least. No. Minimum playing time. Qualified. Okay. There we go. I mean, yeah, dude. This is crazy. Second base is horrible this year. Like, second base is awful. It's for the AL. Let me specify that. For the AL. The best AL second baseman by OPS is Sam Antonacci, but wasn't he playing outfield? And then it's like Cody Clemens and Isaac Paredes, who's played like 3 games at center field or second base. He's the only one who's actually playing, and he kind of plays all over the place. Wow. I didn't realize how bad second base was. It's horrible. Like, that's terrible. A scoreless all-star appearance of that, Robbie. Yeah, I did not realize that Ernie Clement was like the best options at second base. The second used to be stacked in the AL. Yeah, I guess actually. Maybe specifically the AL East. What do you think? Should have started Drake Baldwin? I think you still give it to Drake Baldwin, but hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome in. Who's the next top Red Sox prospect to get called up? What's up, Shane? Hey, Mike. Welcome in, Mr. Money Mike Madness. Um, the top prospect to get called up is tough because it's definitively going to be one of Arias or Ianson. That's the only answer. Yeah. Like, if you look at the Red Sox top prospects right now, like, if we go on Sox prospects, the Red Sox top prospects are Arias, Ianson, Witherspoon, who's not close, Bennett, who's going to graduate, Justin Gonzalez, who's not close, Endy Zokar, who's not close, Franklin Primera, who's not close, Henry Godbout, who broke his wrist, Juan Valera. Like, none of these guys are close. Sadbel Delzine, Dorian Soto, who, by the way, struggling in the complex league, which sucks. And then you're getting into like 15, 16, you know? Yeah, like you're in terms of top prospects, like top five, the only two answers that could possibly be talked about are Frank Arias and Anthony Ianson. So that's literally the only options. Whatever happened to Casas? Casas is going through everything. Everything all at once. A Sox prospected updated since the draft. Oh, I don't know. No, they don't update until they sign. Kind of surprising with the spoon stroke. Honestly, not. I don't think it's super surprising. I mean, sometimes guys take a year, you know. Um, he's also been a lot better lately. It's like a sub-3 ERA in his last 6 starts. But the draft, we can talk about the draft if you want. The draft, yeah, I actually did a video today covering the draft. Arias for Albies? No. Anyone else remember Kevin Plawecki? Sure do. Ianson did not take a while. Yeah, but I mean, other players develop it. Like, this drives me nuts about baseball prospects too. It's like, oh, this guy did it this way, so our guy is doing it a different way. He must not be doing it the right way. It's like I don't know, you know. Guys just literally are different. You know, they different experiences, and baseball's such a weird game because it's like little things too. You know. How do I feel about the draft? So I think I'm in kind of the small minority that actually kind of likes it. Like Schaffner, like I'm not like psyched about Schaffner, I'll be honest, right? But I also think the ideology behind, okay, if we get guys that have well established command and controls over the zone and then try to add power while also being able to take bigger swings later in the draft because we went underslot in the first couple rounds, I don't hate that because the Red Sox have proven that they've been able to add power to guys before. Right? We've seen it. Like, Frank Arias is such a prime example of this. But also Henry Godbout, before he got injured, added a ton of power. They were able to get Justin Gonzalez to lift the ball more. Like, it was more than just I don't know. NL left field really that bad? No, dude. James Woods is literally the best one, like MVP candidate right now. He's not starting the All-Star games because they're in Philly. Edgar Martinez and Paul Molitor. We need guys like that. Yeah, let's go get 2 Hall of Famers. Smooth. Why do you keep using my full name, Lopez? What do you see in Baldwin that makes him better than Hunter Goodman? I just think he's a better all-around player. Like, Goodman has better power, but I think Baldwin's been a better overall player this year. Yeah, I don't disagree versatility. Saved money on Schaffner, and they got him and his teammate. They're friends, so hopefully they both pan out and cost less. Yeah. The two high school players, are they going to sign with us? Yeah, it looks like it right now. They seem pretty confident in it. Put them in. I'd love for them to put them in. Haven't been put in yet, though. We're all waiting. There is a chance. Yeah, there's always a chance they don't sign. There's a chance we all play. Oh, to be fair, most teams draft guys, especially if they're going to do a strategy like this, that they know they can sign. Does that make sense? It eliminates slot values or hurt them a lot. I don't know that it would eliminate slot value, honestly. Breslow loves his big pitchers with good extensions. I'm cool with that. Like, I'm totally cool with that, with what he likes, because it's been working. Because the team loses that money, the bottom 10 rounds, they get to keep the slot money. Oh, I didn't know that versatility. That's where you spend a lot, is getting kids to pass in their commitments. Well, yeah, that's the whole purpose of the Red Sox draft, you know? How do I think MLB can attract a younger fan base? I think ultimately what it comes down to is the excitement of, like, I don't know. It's kind of an interesting conversation. Like, I don't, I think you just need more exciting. Like, I think for as much as the Dodgers, we hate the Dodgers because we're fans of another team. Like, I think the Dodgers are good for baseball in general. Like, you need more of that sort of, oh my God, can't miss conversations, right? And I don't know that baseball's had those, like, for non-baseball fans, I don't know that baseball's had those massive must watch moments, right? And I think a big reason for that is because it's the winning is so dispersed. Like, at the beginning of a football season, at the beginning of a NBA season, you know, right? You kind of know who the teams are gonna be, and once in a while there are a couple of guys that are like, "Oh crap, where'd you come from?" type conversation. But for the most part, it's like the teams at the beginning are usually the teams at the end. And baseball's not like that, so it's tough for guys to or younger fans to attach themselves to superstars because 95% of the time it's not like in football or basketball. If you have two superstars, if you got a superstar quarterback and a decent wide receiving core, you're probably a pretty good football team. If you have a superstar forward or a superstar small forward in basketball, you're usually a pretty good basketball team, right? So young fans can fall in love with these players and then watch these players be really good and carry their teams to wins. In baseball, you've got a guy like J.J. Weatherholder. His perfect example is Bobby Witt Jr., right? This guy is top 4, top 3 player in Major League Baseball, and he's on a team that's 20 games under 500 or whatever it is right now, right? It's tough for a fan to love Bobby Witt Jr. and then watch the Royals religiously because they're just not winning. It's such a team game. The answer to that is I don't know how you fix it, right? I think more big moments, like putting guys in bigger spotlights, Like yesterday's home run derby, I think was really good for the game. Ooh. Oh no. Did that just hit him? Where'd that hit him? Yeah, versus. I mean, that's that. But the problem is that the competition is just so different. Oh no, dude! Hit by a pitch right in the hand. Was that right in the hand? Oh, right in the pinky, dude. Damn. Junior Caminero. Man, that sucks. That sucks so bad. Like that you don't want to see anyone get hurt in the All-Star game, dude. O'Brien, dude. You just broke someone's hand in the All-Star game. Is Bobby Witt Jr.'s bat a baguette? Not cool, Mike. Just tuning in what happened. Junior Caminero got hit on the hand. Oops, I didn't mean to. That thumb up is not. Thanks, Andrew. What is Assassin? I hate it for Junior, but he can come back in 2 weeks. I'm okay with it. A Philly cheesesteak? Oh. It definitely is a Philly cheesesteak. You're 100% right. Yeah, that's true versatility. I mean, I get it. I get the conversation around. Oh, he's gonna miss us. Fine. I just feel bad. Like you can't feel bad for the guy. But the All-Star game is such a brutal way to get injured. Yeah, I get it, Steven. But again, we're talking about like let's like a 9-year-old, right? A 9-year-old who watches this game, sees Bobby Witt Jr. run super fast and say, man, I want to be like Bobby Witt Jr. I'm going to start watching baseball. And they watch the Royals and realize Bobby's doing everything he can and still the Royals are bad. Why do I care, you know? Yeah, dude, Kaz is you're right. Kaz is going to get out of this organization and he's going to find some random team and he's going to be a perennial all-star or some BS. Has Juan Soto batted? Yeah, he struck out in the first inning. He hasn't been up yet. I don't think. AL is winning 3. Nathan. Was anyone expecting Wilson at 4? I honestly no. Wilson shocked the hell out of me. I don't know. Best record in MLB. I don't know. But this is what I mean. Like this is like baseball needs teams like the Dodgers. The Red Sox winning and no red seat downstream was the only downside. So here's what happened, Spencer. I had something going on where I couldn't stream during the week last week. I'm good, but I was gonna pull up the stream on Saturday and just go live for that 4:00 game, but they won. They won four. What was it? They were at 7 games in a row. 7 games in a row going into Saturday. And I was like, I can't mess this up. you know? I can't do it. So, like, if we get into next week and the Red Sox win their series, if they go 3-1 against the Rays, I don't think I'm streaming next week either. I don't want to be the stream that ruins this mojo for the Red Sox. Look at his beard. It's ugly. It's disgusting. It's been here for 9 days. 10 days, I think. Nah, I don't think Costas and Bobby are the same player, Steven. Bobby was always healthy, he just failed. Costas was solid when he was healthy, but has just never been healthy. Don't I dare hit that live button. If they are winning, I will not stream next week. I will not stream next week. They're not doing ABS tonight? Oh, they're not? Costas can hit bombs when locked in. Yeah, he's sick when he's good. But he's not very good. If the Red Sox make the playoffs, you have to get a handlebar mustache. Mike, I don't know if you can see what's on my face right now. You think I'm capable of growing a handlebar mustache? How hype would I be if there was a race sweep? The stuff I would be saying on this channel would be astronaut. You guys would quote it in like 2 months and be like, look at this moron. If the Red Sox sweep the Rays right now, I'll make a video talking about how the Red Sox are winning the World Series. I'll buy whiskey and cigars. Oh, dude, yeah, that must be what's missing. Give it time. If the Rays sweep, am I 100%? Am I 100% buying? Yeah. If the Rays sweep. Oh, if the Red Sox sweep the Rays, yeah. If you get to 2 games over 500 in 3 weeks, yeah, dude, I'm buying. I will. What will I do if the Red Sox sweep the Rays? I don't know, dude. Go bald? No. I got a wedding in 2 months, dude. Give out 2 invites to the wedding. When does Crochet come back? I don't know that Crochet knows. Who's the number 1 trade target? I like people. I've been asked that, like, it's not your fault, but I've been asked that like 12 times this stream. I really don't have an answer for who the Red Sox should trade for if they end up buying, because I don't know who's going to be sellers. The person we don't need is Luis Arraez. It is absolutely ridiculous that there are so many people saying Luis Arraez. Why? If the Red Sox have a winning record after the Dodgers series, you'll be past the deadline, I think. When's the MLB deadline this year? If wear red face paint, I will paint my face for the next video after the Rays if they sweep them. Deal. August 3rd is the MLB deadline. So they really have the entire month of July, huh? Wasn't there a clause in his contract for an extra year and for 120 days in the IL? Yeah, but it's for an arm thing. I don't know if this counts as an arm thing. Oh, no, versatility. That feels like a bad omen. Considering, yeah, this feels like a bad omen. Red Sox legend Michael Wacha, true. Is Costas in Fort Myers now? Roman's returning soon, you got feeling? I don't know, dude. Now, how crazy would a trade Duran and early for Jeremy Pena be only because he's going to be a free agent? Pena does fill a quote-unquote issue. I don't think it's that crazy. I would do it. But the problem is both, like, Early's hurt and Duran has been underwhelming this year. I don't think that happens. We've had 2 former Red Sox pitchers in this game, Erod and Michael Wacha. True. Wow. Second base is shortstop biggest positional needs. I would say more. Can Siegler play shortstop? And Sale. Oh yeah, is Sale gonna pitch in this game? What I'd throw in Arias if it means an extension gets done with Pena. Robbie, you still here? I mean, you could fulfill this guy's Lopez's wishes if you want. 100% an extension gets done with Pena? I think I do. Oh, yeah, each coming. Don't worry. I like Early and Tolley and Gray won't be here long term. Suarez will be, luckily. Huh? The legend of Tony Seagulls can do anything he wants. Yeah, he will tell us whether he's a second baseman or shortstop. What are we doing if the Red Sox find a way to sweep the Dodgers right before the deadline? Depends on what position they're in. If they sweep the Dodgers and it gets them to like 500 or whatever, like 2 games back, I mean, it'd be cool, but what happened to Caminero to get X-rays? He got smoked in the hand. Is anyone hearing humming sound? Yeah. It's driving me nuts. I thought that was my microphone. Tired of seeing Rice need Contreras. I agree. This guy Rice is tough to look at. Oh wait, Schwarber's miking up his at bat. Trent gets out of his way. Do we think Kyle Schwarber's a Hall of Famer? Oh, it felt so good, Spencer. Let me ask you this. If Kyle Schwarber retires with over 500 home runs, is he a Hall of Famer? Under the stipulation he hits 500, though, official. Like, what's he at right now? How many home runs does he have? Is it a guarantee that he gets to 50? He's at 372, so he needs, what, 130 more? I don't know. I don't think that Schwarber right now is a Hall of Famer. Not a first ballot, but he has a ring, has a good amount of home runs. Maybe another ring could do it. I don't know. I think it'd have to be nice play, Clement. That was pretty good. His bat speed and just being a DH, think he won't slow down too much as he ages. Yeah, if he gets to 500, I think he's got a shot. But oh, dude, Junior Caminero immediately going to get X-rays is brutal. If Jim Rice is and almost Schwarber's in, yeah, maybe. What's up, Jack? 500 was a ticket back in the 60s and 70s. Yeah, but is it this is what I'm trying to say. Like, is 500 still the ticket? Like, I understand other guys have made it in on 500, but like Schwarber, ERA wise, I don't know. It's different. I didn't mean ERA. I meant era. Out of these players, the best fit for our team would be Neto. Oh, who would it be? Neto, Abrams, Chapman, Ezekiel Duran. Is that who you're saying? Nunez? Who would I want? I'm kind of confused with the question. Are these all shortstops? No, because always find, yeah, always find something wrong. Putting up with mine for way too long. What do you think of Messick? Dude, Messick looks good, huh? Schwarber batting average probably keep him keep him out of the Hall of Fame. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the conversation. Like, within this era right now, Schwarber's one of the more valuable players, but he's not a high average guy. 40 years ago, 40 years ago, 60 years ago, probably wouldn't even be in the league, you know? Would I trade Meyer assuming he was healthy? And if so, who's a player or prospects? It wouldn't be prospects. If you're trading Meyer, it has to be for a major league player, in my opinion. Um, in terms of like caliber of player, for Meyer, who would I like? See, I'm a little. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, this is why I'm not like I don't parade myself as some like unbiased journalist, because I have like at the end of the day I'm a fan, and like I have loved Marcel Meyer since he's gotten into this organization. I want to see, and at this point I just want to see Marcelo succeed because so many Red Sox fans don't want him to succeed here for some reason. Um, so I don't know. Like, for me, it's tough. It would have to be a legit, in my opinion, game change, like established name that you know is gonna come over here and be a dog. You know. I mean, Boggs was never a home run guy. He was a hit for average guy, and he was an easy, yeah. But Boggs was also like elite. Yeah, I guess you're right. Versatility. If you're making that like kind of like comparison, like in the era where average was good, and not that average. Like, people say no one cares about average anymore. I don't really understand, but when average was king, right? When that was, if you get on base specifically by hitting the ball, you're an animal. Not that you're not an animal now, but that was sort of the thing. Hold on, we're trying to make the comparison here, Shimon. Hold on. And that was sort of the era, right? And Boggs was the face of that era. Right now, you're in the era of average takes a little bit of a backseat to things like on base percentage, slug, and OPS. Right? Not that those weren't around, but teams are realizing, okay, those guys feel more valuable than a guy who hits for a lot of average. Um, And Schwarber's kind of the face of this era. So, yeah, I think there's a comparison there. What do you think of the Jahmai Jones pickup? I don't know. If Jahmai Jones, man, Jesus Luzardo, I like a lot too. There's a lot of good talent in Major League Baseball right now, man. It really is impressive just how good the league is right now. Right, that's what that was the point I was trying to make. Versatility. Yeah, so Jahmai Jones smokes lefties. So if although this year he's smoking nobody, but if the Red Sox can get him back to being a lefty masher, then I'm cool with it. Like to me, it's just like a no risk. Okay, fine, you know. Shore will more realistically need probably closer to 550 in your opinion. Dude, 550, he would have to hit 200 more home runs, and he's 36. If he's hitting 50 a year, he'd need to play for what? 4 more years? Which isn't horrible, but he would need to hit 50 all 4 years. What did he hit last year? I will, Beast. I'll let you know. Schwarber's 33? What the hell? No. Schwarber's 33 years old. He's got another 7 years. This guy might hit 600 home runs. 33? He's only hit over 50 once, though. I don't know, dude. I mean, he's definitely going to hit over 50 this year. I didn't realize Schwarber was so young. Schwarber looks like he's 40. That's crazy. That's crazy. Genuinely. He's definitely going to get 500, no problem. Oh, Cedon. Cedon and Contreras are in, baby. Now it's time for the show to begin. If only they had Sonny Gray pitching and not Joe Ryan. The Red Sox getting Skubal, I'd honestly be... I mean, I'd be psyched, obviously, but... the Red Sox should be... If they're going to make a big move like that, it should be for a bat. The Sox are going to go on a tear after the break. Corbin's going to be looking like Kris Kringle. I hope not, dude. This beard is horrible. I hope that they win a bunch of games, but I hope it's 3 wins, 1 loss. 4 wins, 1 loss, you know? Cal Raleigh's not Hall of Famer? Yeah, of course not. Raleigh's still got a long career, though. Joe Ryan's our starting pitcher last. I want Joe Ryan bad, dude. Joe Ryan replaces Sonny Gray. Are the Guardians trading Messick? I doubt it. The Guardians somehow never sell. In your opinion, when they decided to give all those AAA kids a chance, was the intention to lose and rebuild the team? No, it was just because people kept getting injured, dude. That's the answer. What do I think happens with Duran if we don't trade or re-sign him? I think they trade him in the offseason, but I don't know. Where's Cooper Criswell this season? Where is he, chat? The Brewers or the Rays, maybe? Yeah, early is your number 1 pitcher, Andrew. There's our boy. Soto got a hit, by the way. There's our boy, Cedon. No one else feels that. No one else in the league feels that like Cedon feels. Why does he look hurt? Contreras, what is that? Why do you look hurt? Oh, Junior Caminero did not break. No, that was Bernardino. What are the odds the Red Sox make the postseason? It's about 40%. It's 51% on Fangraphs, 40 or Baseball Reference, 40% on Fangraphs. So I guess it just depends on where you look. I think Fangraphs is more based on strength of schedule, whereas Baseball Reference is based on more so on the rest of the American League. Freddie's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? Like, great person, fantastic dude, great, consistently a top 10 hitter in baseball. Whichever one sports my narrative. That's why I've been using Baseball Reference. No, I've been giving you guys both of them. I gave you both of them. See, Wilson's about to make a diving catch here. Watch this. This is the first time I've enjoyed the All-Star game in years. Maybe because the Sox are in. The Sox do have a few. Cooper Crystal's in Seattle. I knew it was one of those pitching mecca teams. Yeah, amazing postseason. Has Freddie ever won an MVP? Whew, Joe Ryan, dude. I've wanted Joe Ryan for 4 years now. I've wanted him for 4 years now, and I still want him. I'm addicted to some Joe Ryan, dude. He did it in 2020. Ugh, dang it. We don't need Ryan. Yeah, but to replace Sonny Gray? Yeah, Wilson was hurt coming into the break, yeah. Let's have Joe Ryan. Yeah, let's just sneak Joe Ryan on the Sox plane. I don't know, dude. I like his demeanor. The pitching, like the pitches themselves look like he's going to age well. I don't know, dude. I would low-key be fine if the Red Sox flip Jake Bennett for a bat. Can I be honest? No. I'm not saying right now, Varsity. I'm not saying for the deadline. Yeah, true. The Red Sox would have the best looking rotation in baseball. No. I'm not saying. Oh, thank you, Everett. I'm not saying trade for him, guys, right now. Bennett is the best of our kids, Shimon. Come on, dude. He's had 6 starts in Major League Baseball. Can we not do this? Bennett's really solid, and he's been a lot better than I think everyone kind of thought he was going to be. I certainly better than I thought he was going to be. But to say he's better than Peyton Tolley after 6 starts, I just can't do that. Just got in. Did I talk about? Well, yeah, at the very beginning, shooter at the very beginning of stream. I love it. I love Wilson Contreras. I truly do. How about get Erod back in? Nope. We can end that conversation there. I would just okay, then fine. I would trade earlier Bennett for a bat either at the deadline or this winter, and I'd be fine with it. Woo. Dude, Joe Ryan got a dealing right now, huh? My God. If Bennett keeps up what he's doing the rest of the year, yeah. I mean, of course, right? But it's still so early. Do I mean winter meetings? What? Oh, is that Sedan? No. Wow, dude. Bobby stealing Sedan's thunder. That's crazy. Bobby just stole Sedan's thunder. Went out and got a. Oh, there's our boy Wilson. Wilson's literally limping. Dude, Bobby so butt cheeks, dude. I can't believe he did that. If I could bring back one foreign player from the last 20 years. 20 puts us in what? 06? 06? I mean, what are we doing? It's Ortiz, right? It's Ortiz. Pedro, nah, you already have such a good rotation. I hope Bobby does that to Cedon more often when we trade for him. Dude, when the Red Sox get Bobby, he can do that all he wants, you know? When the Red Sox trade for Bobby Witt Jr., yeah, whatever. I'd like to think last season we were so depleted for pitching and relying on Cooper Criswell for quality starts, and Coop was delivering them low key. Like, he was low key delivering them a bit. Yeah, I actually agree with you, Shooter. I low key love Breslow's approach to getting draft prospects. All right, thanks. I appreciate you being here, Robbie. It means a lot to me. Thank you. I love the Red Sox approach to drafting pitchers. I think it's just it feels so simple. Like, let's just find tall ass dudes with a ton of extension and a big fastball that we can work on. Secondary pitches with. It's like, oh yeah. Why don't we just do that? Why haven't we been doing that for 20 years? You know. Yeah, just draft tall dudes. Figure out the rest once they get in the system. Literally, yeah. That's like, yeah, that's a big dude with a big fastball. Bring him in. That guy's tall and throws absolute piss missiles. Get him in here. They got James Earl Jones. No, wait, never mind. Chat, don't listen to me. Oh my God. Chat, don't listen to me again. The ode to Sandlot is actually impressive here. I love it. That is, yeah. That's exactly the, I think, the theory there with versatility, with literally drafting that guy to pay him over slides just because he's like super tall and has a fast fastball. Come on, this hits the feels, dude. This is literally Sandlot. This is sick. Kind of random. Yeah, it's super random, dude. But it's sick. Like, if you were gonna have one ode to like the United States of America, it's that scene from The Sandlot. Bobby Witt out here. Bobby Witt out here hucking autographs. What's up, Peterson? It's been fun, man. It's been an entertaining time. It's been a long time, dude. It's been almost 2 hours. We're in the fifth inning. I might not make it to the whole game, chat. I'll go to like 10:45. you see that guy? He almost swung at Mike Trout. Now all we need is PCA get. Dude, PCA comes out getting chased by the dog would be all-time All-Star Game moment. I mean, come on. That was, like, yeah, this was dumb, but this is peak. That was dumb, but this is peak. Like a really dumb thing to do in the middle of the baseball game, but absolute peak. Game's over, right? Yeah, good night. Yeah, dude, this separates them. Like, that was sick. Like, come on. That was elite. Absolute cinema, chat. Legitimately, dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a baseball fanatic. But the ode to the Sandlot on 250 was cool. James Charles live. That wasn't live, obviously. Pre-recorded, but like a live rendition of America the Beautiful. Is that America the Beautiful? America from sea to shining sea. Is that America the Beautiful? America. America. Damn, Spencer. Yeah, the stadium was definitely sick. All the fireworks going off. The movie was Field of Dreams. Can I say the hottest take of all time? The hottest take of all time, and I want you guys to hear me out. If we are talking pure representation of baseball, right? Pure representation of the game and what it means to everyone, the Sandlot is better than the Field of Dreams. I'll stand by it. I don't even think that's a hot take. I'm not here to debate whether it's a better movie in general. I'm talking in terms of representing what it means to love baseball and just fall in love with the game. The Sandlot is better than Field of Dreams. Now, I'm also going to say The Sandlot's just a better movie. That one you guys can disagree with. All you want. And listen, I love Field of Dreams. This isn't me saying Field of Dreams is a bad movie. This isn't me. Listen, I watch Field of Dreams once a year. I do. I watch it once a year. Well, here's a story. 2 years into dating me. 2 years? No. When Jess and I started dating. Hold on, chat. Hold on here. When Jess and I started dating, one of the things we would do is we'd watch a lot of movies. So on our birthdays, we would pick the movies. For like 3 straight years, I did Field of Dreams. And she would fall asleep every time. But I would watch it every year on my birthday. But Sandlot's a better movie. It's more entertaining. And you know what it does is I think the Sandlot's better for baseball than Field of Dreams is. It is. Let me do this. Do you guys have someone in your household, or are you living with someone, or you know someone who doesn't love baseball? Ask them which movie they prefer, Sandlot or Field of Dreams. Ask him. What is the better movie? Depends on where you were in life when they came out. I think that's part of it too. True. Ask anyone over the age of 35. Go for it. Ask anyone over the age of 35. You should do a poll. No, I'm going to get smoked. Your wife says Field of Dreams. I don't have any verification of that. You guys are lying to me. I don't have any verification of that. You vote Sandlot? My man. Someone's willing to stand up for what's right. No, dude. Bad News Bears over Sandlot? No. Sandlot. I'm going to watch Sandlot tomorrow, actually. That's what I'm going to do. Spencer's with me? Let's go. Oh, yeah. You'd rather play at the Sandlot than the Field of Dreams? Yeah. No one puts Corbin in the corner. Now we're just getting into movies in general. There's another baseball movie I love. Oh. Why is the movie 42 not mentioned when we're talking about the greatest baseball movies ever? That drives me nuts too. Like 42 is always like, it almost feels like an afterthought. That might be my favorite movie. Like one of my top 10, I think. What's the other one with Is For the Love of the Game? Is For the Love of the Game the one with Kevin Costner throwing the perfect game? Is that one? What's that one where Kevin Costner's throwing a perfect game? It is For Love. Okay, yeah. For Love of the Game's up there too. I'll admit that. For the Love of the Game is up there. That's such a good movie. I love the inner monologue. Oh, so good. You know what? The guy earlier in our chat that asked what can the Red Sox, what can Major League Baseball do to attract younger fans? Where are the baseball movies, dude? Where are the baseball movies? That's your answer right there. You want to know why? Like what can they do to improve things? Baseball movies. Oh my God, Spencer, yes. And the baseball could talk, and that weird kid would have like flashbacks. Yes. Is that what it's called? Swindled? Raphael and Wilson hit yet? Nope. Still waiting on it. There are more baseball movies than football movies. Yeah, baseball was the biggest sport in the world back in like the 80s when they were pumping out baseball movies. It felt like once every 7 months. Get back to it. We need a masterpiece. Give me a crazy. What would be a crazy like 42-esque movie? Not obviously the same kind of thing, but 42-esque type happened in real life. We're gonna make it a movie. Like, could you do Roberto Clemente? Ooh, dude. Everybody's Hero. That's what it was. Roberto Clemente would be sick. That'd be a great movie. Like low key a 2016 Cubs like following Rizzo or Chris Bryant would be sick. Yeah, but a 2004 Red Sox, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like what would be like a individual that you could follow. I don't know, dude. There's so many interesting ones you could do. A steroid, like just a flat steroid era. Movie would be sick. Fever pitch. This might be another hot take to Red Sox Nation. I'm like give or take fever pitch. Like I think it's funny if it was like because it's the Red Sox, but like if it was like the New York Mets, I think that movie would be low key kind of buns. Really versatility? If you find that name versatility, let me know. That would be sick, Spencer. Jimmy Fallon was terrible. I don't like again. It was fine. It's like a fine movie. Like I don't know. Cardinals would be pretty good. Yeah, like it doesn't even have to be a World Series. Like give me like Josh Hamilton would be the problem with Josh Hamilton. Like The Freak, a movie about Tim Lincecum's rise and fall would be sick. I think. Not that like I don't know. There's so many good different differencing movies. Soul of the Game with Satchel Paige. Oh. Is that the one with all of them? So I'll have to look that. I'm gonna write that down so I don't miss it. Where's my notepad? Yes, all of them. Okay, Soul of the Game. I'm gonna remember that. It's on HBO. Okay. Damn, the NL is butt cheeks, huh? Chat, AL winning the World Series, i.e. Red Sox win the World Series. Got it. There's going to be a Tom Hanks baseball movie? No. See, this isn't what I want. I don't want an old dude trying to... Like, what's the premise? Is it Tom Hanks trying to get back into baseball? Because that would be horrible. Baseball movie. The Comebackers, officially scheduled for the... Oh, no. That was an incredible play by Ernie Clement. Holy hell. That was ridiculous. Okay, so this is a movie with Tom Hanks. See, this is what we need, right? A movie with Tom Hanks about how Tom Hanks is a pitching coach that helps a player rebuild after a life-altering injury. That sounds good. This is what this sport needs. We need to bring the drama back into baseball, you know? That was all Wilson Contreras. True. Yeah, dude. Only Wilson Contreras makes that play. Can I say that? Only Wilson does. Actually, how is Kevin McGonigal? Is he more of a shortstop than a second baseman? No, I don't think Daniel Bard made it. Wilson Contreras, dude, yeah, in fact. Wilson Contreras right there wins the AL doesn't win the All-Star game without Wilson Contreras picking that. Can I be honest? Like, this starts a rally if Wilson Contreras doesn't pick this. Manny Ramirez would be fun. Albert Pujols would be a good one. for the love of God. '98 season movie would be sick, yeah. I'm sorry, Boys to Men? Yeah, versatility. I know Boys to Men are from Philly, but I'm just surprised. I don't know Bay Sox because I don't know who's selling. Neto? I've wanted Neto for a while. Boys to Men versatility? Really? Wait, what? Those stand up for cancer moments are cool, man. That was cool. You'd give him Meyer for Neto? The problem is Neto isn't a shortstop. Like, he's not a good shortstop, so you'd have to move him off shortstop. And he's the most strikeouts in Major League Baseball right now. What would you have done with him versatility? Padres on outside looking in, looking at shit. Dude, I'm not going to talk about Tatis until there's actual stuff to talk about with Tatis. I just can't sit here and hypothesize about Tatis for a third season in a row. I can't do it. I want to do it so bad, but I can't do it. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm not doing it to myself. Refuse to, actually. Fully refuse to. Where did Chas McCormick go? I don't know. Playing with the Astros, I imagine, right? Wasn't he with the Astros? Oh no, he was with the Cubs last year. It was horrible with Houston last year. Now he's with the Cubs. He is in Triple A in the Chicago Cubs system, hitting 260 with an 800 OPS. That's crazy versatility. That's so cool. An American band. How much longer are they gonna milk the Toy Story franchise? I don't know. Are we ever gonna see Crochet this year? I think we see. I think we get. Here's my prediction. Here is that we get a positive update on Crochet. A week from now. A week from now, and then. Oh no. Ugh, I paused that. Yeah. When did the first Toy Story come out? They thought the season was over, so they were going to shut him down. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Met in their house in Philly. The outside of the house was nothing special, but the basement had like a $10 million $10 million in music gear. Good Lord. I think if we make the playoffs or in contention, we see Crochet. Maybe. 95? Man, I didn't realize Toy Story came out in 95. That's insane. Vote for the All-Star Game MVP. It's the 6th inning. How am I supposed to vote? What happens if Kevin McGonigal goes deep here? I'm voting for Kevin McGonigal. Wait a second. I think Cedon's up next. No, Bellinger's up next. Are Cedon and Wilson not going to get an AB? Wilson's on deck. Okay, all right. Here's the ding-dong we've been waiting for, chat. Wilson goes yard here. I'm shotgunning. Oh. All right, Bellinger, I need you to get on here. I need you to get on here for Contreras. Man, Cody Bellinger's going to win All-Star Game MVP. That sucks. Oh, yep. Okay, Wilson. All right, Wilson. Big dog power right here, Willie. It's Wilson. There he is. There he is. Look at our home run derby king, huh? He may not have won, but that's my dog right there. Look at him. Wilson the boy. And just like a Yankees disappointing. Ooh, Bellinger, true. Yelich, Adames, and Woodruff. Was I high? Does Wilson's stance look different? Does his stance look different? Doesn't that look weird? Am I going crazy? I can't be the only one that's seeing this right now. It works, though. No one else hits that ball, dude. Also could be his 2-strike approach. No, you look like that to get in the box. Foot hurting, maybe a temporary stance. Yeah, that's true, actually. I forgot about that. Everyone go vote for Wilson. He's 1 for 1. No one else on this team is 1 for 1. Everyone else, he has 1,000 batting average. Summer surge. I'm literally voting for Wilson Contreras right now. I could vote. I'm voting for Wilson Contreras. MVP award. Where is he? Yeah. Yeah. Wilson. How do I vote? It's on the it's the Ted Williams MVP award, dude. I'm voting for Wilson. Any Red Sox that's in here should win it every year. Yep, Willie got a hit. That's me who wins it. Do I have to put my full birthday into this? What am I applying for? A loan? My God, you want my social security too? I'm not telling you my favorite team, so you don't count this vote to something else. Voted for Wilson. Oh, I'm voting again. Can I just hit this the rest of the game and single-handedly win Wilson? Wait, you can just chat. After you vote, there's a vote again button. You just hit it and it votes again for you. I'm just gonna sit here this entire stream and hit this. Wilson's winning. Wilson is winning this, chat. This would be so funny if I could just... I don't even know if this is going through. It has to be. How do you vote? It's on the MLB app. Oh. I ran out of votes. I just voted like 50 times for Wilson. I might be the only person in the country to do that. Nah, I don't think Cardinals fans are going to do it. Cano vote for Clement? Oh, true. It's over. We are all spamming Contreras. Where on the app? I don't know. I just got a notification that said vote. If you go into the app, right? Like this. Then click on the All-Star, like the game day. And then usually it's on the game day. Oh, maybe under box score? Box score. No, I don't know where it is. All right, good point. I don't know. Good luck. Email gets 10 votes. Dude, I swear to God, I got like 50. I was literally just... That's all I was doing. Imagine if we accidentally single-handedly won Wilson. People would be livid. No bias at all. Jarren Duran was the best ever All-Star Game MVP. True. The NL does kind of suck, dude. Facts. I put it in twice. I did Red Seat email, and then I did my personal email. So I voted like 100 times for Wilson. Dude, oh no. We wasted all our votes. What if Cedon comes up and it's a tank? Crap. Chad, did we mess that up? Make a new email and vote again. That might be the only thing we have to do, dude. Shoot. Who's behind the dish right now? Oh, and Chapman's going to get the save? Oh, no. That's actually a sweet sign. Better have more emails. I got one more email. How old do I think Wilson will age? Honestly, I don't. That's a good question. I mean, he's already 30. What is he? Is Wilson 36? I'm so bad with ages, I found out. Yeah, you do have to stick with Contreras. And Contreras isn't going to get... Oh, Bryce. That was a cookie, dude. Schwarber's... It's letting you vote again? Dude. Everyone keeps spamming Wilson. I'm just going to say... I'm going to do it. I'm spamming. No. Don't spam Wilson. Don't spam Wilson. We need to see what Cedon's come. Like, if Cedon comes in here and hits a tank, what are we going to do? You know? Harper's gonna lose this. I love how description says watch the Red Sox against the Brewers when it's the All-Star game. Yeah, so didn't know that. Yeah, so that is an issue, King, but we're just gonna ignore that because we're already into the sixth inning, you know? It's all right. We did our damage for Wilson. We just have to hope. We just have to hope. We just have to hope that Rafaela comes up and hits the biggest tank you've ever seen in your life. Willie's gonna hit one, or Contreras is gonna. Oh my God! Did I just stroke out? I did it again. Rafaela is gonna hit a home run, 460 feet. Watch this. Watch this, chap. Watch and learn. This dude is going to hit a absolute right after this guy strikes out. Travis Bazzana. They took out Wilson? No, Bazzana's a what? Second baseman? What is Travis Bazzana? Second base? Oh. Never mind then. We're good. Where is Sedan, dude? I'm looking at the line. Hold on. We're figuring out when Sedan's coming up. Oh, this was something I was gonna talk about too, actually. Oh, Rafael is on deck. Anyways, what I was gonna talk about is doesn't this Sedan like nomination to the All-Star game feel different? Didn't I? Or doesn't it? Like it feels like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's because Sedan came up and was so good, like defensively, and we all were just waiting for his bat for so long, and we kept saying like, if it comes, he's gonna be a star. If it comes, he's gonna be a star. And then it finally came, and he's an all. Like it almost feels like watching like a little brother or something, you know. And that sounds so dumb and so ridiculous, but we literally watched this dude literally grow up on the Boston Red Sox, right? He came up at 23 years old. And over the last 3 seasons, he's legitimately developed into a star. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like it literally feels like we're watching our little brother like achieve stardom. And I think that's ridiculous, but to say out loud because it sounds so stupid because they don't know who I am, you know? But like it does. It feels like I got like not like I wasn't like crying or anything, but I got a little emotional seeing Sedan like walk the red carpet and take his pictures, and like they took a picture of him pointing out Ranger Suarez, and he's getting interviewed by national media. He's got PCA saying he's his favorite player in the league. Like I don't know, man. It's cool to see him get his flowers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just glazing too hard. Maybe that's just me being a Homer Red Sox guy. I don't know. Maybe it's because we've lived and died by Sedan for so long too, and he had so many big moments last year too. I think that's part of it. Pick it up in the second. Like continue in the second half. Yeah, I agree. Like last year, he kind of fell off in the second half for sure. This year, I don't know. There's just something different about his approach this year than last year. Like last year, it was. I don't know. It was just like it feels different this year, and maybe that's me being like he's hitting well, so I'm just gonna ignore last year. But like, what did he hit last year in the first half? Let me see. Right before the All Star game, like he was bad in the second half. We know that. What did he hit in the first half though? First half he hit actually pretty similar, huh? 271, 341, 430, 483 with a 796. He was better in the first half last year than he was this year. Oh, never mind. Oops. But he was less consistent last year. Like, he popped off in June and July last year. That was the big one. He's been more consistent throughout the entirety of this season. I think that's the difference. All right, Seidon's up. Everyone shut up. Seidon's up. I'm gonna call this. Like I'm on the radio or something. Entering his first plate appearance in the All-Star game, Red Sox center fielder Ceddanne Rafaela heralded for his defense, but this year really putting it together with the bat. Since opening day, Ceddanne Rafaela has looked like a different hitter. The contact is different. The plate approach is different. He swings and misses the first pitch. It's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball at his eyes, but hey, get the nerves out of the way. You know what I mean? Red Sox gave him a big contract back when he was first starting on the league, and for a while it looked like more of a utility role for Ceddanne Rafaela, but the Red Sox found a way to settle him into center field, and he has found a way to battle his way through the bat. And that is good morning, good afternoon, good night for Ceddanne Rafaela. Thanks for coming out. Okay, well, we waited all game for that at-bat. Anyways. All right. Thanks for coming out. This dude Warbleski is crazy, though. True. Chapman could still get the save. That's a good point. And maybe we get one more Contreras AB, actually. Unless Yandy Diaz is in at first base now. I don't think so, though. No. He replaced Jordan. Looks like Wilson will be staying in, I think. Back to Glacy Contreras. So anyways, if you guys haven't voted for Wilson yet, make sure you vote for Wilson. Man, this dude's a beast, King. What's his stats on the year? That guy was clean with it. Oh, my God. My God. I mean, I just want to watch the game at this point, dude. Like, we're not even going to get, like I told you guys I was out at like 10:50. We're not even going to get to the end of the game, I don't think. At least this song's fast. At least it's not a long song, you know? Like, that was pretty quick. Not bad. And then we get commercials. Oh, brother. Talking about, yeah, seriously. Let's not have we're going to be at 3 hours, dude, before this game's over. Oh. My back hurts. I'm an old man now. Sitting this long. At least they have hours to run commercials. Yeah, thank God we're getting a Zep-bound commercial. Yeah, dude, the World Cup didn't have many commercials. It was awesome. But when they did, there were a ton of them. I'll say that. You're rolling up? What, you're gonna fix this, Dennis? Or like you're out? Oh. That's about as twice as many as a normal World Cup? Of course it is. Welcome to America. If England loses this round, no one will hear from me again. Dude, Argentina looks good this year. LA Dodgers usually one of the last games that start every day. I watch baseball from when the games start in MLB out. Wow, good for you. Good for you, Dennis or Steven. I don't think I could do that. What is the Geico Gecko's name? Is there a guy? Is his name literally Geico Gecko? Now I'm invested in the ads. This is a problem. You think so? I don't know, but he is Australian. You watch a lot of late night games? Dude, I don't know how you guys do this. To be fair, I get up super early to make the videos, and then I work at 9 to 5. So by the time it gets to like 10:30, I am a pumpkin, dude. I'm literally just like, oh. The lizard's name is Jaren Wren. Oh, right. Oh, really? Yeah, versus I was wondering that. Like it felt like the four matchups. It felt like the four matchups we saw for the Final Four of the World Cup were like low key. I don't want to say boring's the wrong word, but they were low key kind of boring matchups. Like I was hoping there was like an underdog, like Colombia or something, was able to make it. You know, obviously the U.S. would have been cool, but they were so bad. They were so bad. The U.S. got absolutely cooked. That was crazy. Hey, what's up, Red Snake? I don't like the idea of Luis Ariz to the Red Sox. I don't think it does enough. Like if we're gonna get a legit bat at the deadline, I'd rather it be somebody who's got pop. Like give me someone who's gonna change the lineup. Luis Ariz doesn't like he's don't get me wrong. Luis Ariz has his value, but I don't think personally that it's like the bat that's going to propel the Red Sox to being a postseason contender. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'd be like in March Madness if there were no miracle runs, you know? Although this year's March Madness was kind of like that. Luis Ariz has been better on defense. What's up, Joe? Ugh. Junior Caminero said initially feared the worst when hit, was obviously incredibly relieved when the x-rays were negative, and said he will definitely play Friday when Rays have the DH in Boston. Both games. I mean, I didn't want the guy to break his hands, but like take a couple of games off, you know? Like, come on. Again, I didn't want him to break. I thought it was horrible. Like breaking his wrist in this All Star game would be terrible, or pinky or whatever. But man, missing like if you'd missed maybe one of these games of the doubleheader, that would be awesome. It feels like he always crushes the Red Sox. Brutal. Ugh. How many games left on Wilson's suspension? He's just going to miss the first game of the doubleheader when they're back. That's it. Maybe they do sit him for the first game, because then at least we'll have Wilson for the second game if he's not hurt. I mean, he played in this game. He's probably fine, right? Yandy always owns us, though, and there's no avoiding Yandy, unfortunately. I'm not looking forward to this Rays series. It's going to be interesting to see, though. The Red Sox brand of baseball recently has kind of been Rays-esque, right? We talked about in the video I made when the Red Sox swept the Mets. It's been like it's been a lot of like, okay, you're going to sacrifice bunt, you're going to get that sac fly, you're going to, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the Rays brand of baseball. So it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against each other this time around. Like, the Red Sox caught fire. Can they keep it going? Best manager in baseball getting interviewed? Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a Dodgers fan. How does he miss one game of the doubleheader? He can't be in the building during the game on suspension. I'd imagine he probably misses. Well, he's missing the first game of the doubleheader, so he just comes in after. I'd imagine. You know, that's what I'd imagine. Like, I don't think it's that much, right? Like, I'd imagine he can probably sit in the club. Like, if he just doesn't show face, I don't think they're going to inspect the clubhouse for him. Like, he was on the field with the boys before the game against the Mets. He just wasn't there during the game. So he probably just sits he's going to sit in the clubhouse. Knowing Wilson, he's going to sit in the clubhouse in full uniform. I think the goal is to not lose the series to the Rays. Yeah. Like, you win 2 there. I think you got to win 2. Keep yourself within 2 games of 500. And then you have to, in my opinion, you win both the series against the Orioles and the Blue Jays, and you're in a really, really good spot. Because then you're 500 coming into the A's and Dodgers. Because you get 4 games against the last week of this month is going to be brutal for live streaming. Can I tell you that right now? I don't even know if we're going to go live for the last month or the last week of the month. Like, ugh. Like, 9:40 is when the A's game starts. 10:10 on Friday. Like, come on. What are we doing with these live streams, dude? Miserable. Why do they keep going to the West Coast? How many times are they going to the West Coast? Their August is super interesting. So they start with the Dodgers, then the White Sox again. A's, Blue Jays, Pirates, D-backs, Giants. Like, that's a pretty good stretch. Then you get the Marlins, Yankees, Mariners. That's a little bit of a tougher stretch. The rest of the year is super interesting for the Red Sox. Like, there's not any, like, the Dodgers are obviously the world-beating team. But, like, you I don't know. You did well against the Yankees. Giants are one of the worst teams in baseball. D-backs aren't crazy far away from that. Pirates are below 500. Blue Jays are below 500. Athletics are below 500. Like, your entire month, you're playing 4 teams over 500. Gonna be interesting. I have to go live? I don't know. I didn't go live last week, and the Red Sox won 9 games in a row. He can't be in the clubhouse during the game at all. Yeah, but what if he's in, like, the batting cage waiting? Again, I don't think anyone's going to be checking if Wilson's in the clubhouse, you know? I don't know. Because they didn't wear the rally hat? No, dude. Wait, for what? When Wilson came up? If I wait during stream, they might win. Dude, I'm bad luck, I think, on stream. Like, when I don't stream, they win 9 straight. If they win this race series, I'm not streaming till they lose the series. You know? What about the pig mask? I kind of lost the pig mask, honestly. Pig mask is reserved strictly for Garrett Crochet. Maybe Peyton Tolley, too, because he was Piglet for a little bit. But also, Rob Bradford had a really weird. I was listening to WEI. They said he had a really weird injury update for those two, and I couldn't find it. Does anyone know what they're talking about? Like, they just kind of mentioned it and then didn't mention it again. What is Rob Bradford? Rob Bradford. But I don't see anything. Let me guess. Was it both the Nationals games versatility? His Tristan Casas needs to figure out how to get back onto a baseball field before he worries about what his spot's going to look like, you know? Tom Brady with the Raiders hat. Isn't he an owner now? Would be pretty funny if he was an owner that was wearing a Patriots hat. There's everyone's apparently top. I can't believe how many times Luis Ariz was mentioned in this stream chat. There were a ton of Luis Ariz conversations. A ton of them. I was shocked. Future Red Sox, yeah. Like I don't understand the like. Could someone explain to me why they would want Luis Ariz on this Red Sox team? Like what? Like you'd have to sell legitimate pieces to get him. So what is the conversation? Is Powers improved? Luis Ariz this year has 4 home runs. He's 4 home runs. He's on pace to match his home run power from last year, which was 8. I don't think he's really improved his. How is 330 not the league leader? Who's hitting over 330 in the American League, in the National League? Like he's a bunch of triples, but that's because he's playing in San Francisco. If he was playing anywhere else, I don't know that he'd have 7 triples. He only has. He's got 20 doubles. That's pretty impressive. How has the fielding been? I know the fielding's been good this year. I mean, still -2 defensive runs saved. I'd imagine the the range is insane. It's 10 outs above average. He's not a big walker, huh? Interesting. His triples have all come in that like kind of cove in San Francisco. I don't know, dude. I don't know. His power in terms of doubles and triples, but again, the triples, I wouldn't be like, oh, you need to get him because he's hitting more triples because he's playing in Oracle, and that is such a big. That's like the triples baseball park. Again, you look at the triples here. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Like look at where his triples have gone. Right? This is all bounces off of that cove in San Francisco. He's had a couple that went here and just took lucky bounces here and then probably over here. But, like, that's not an indication that, oh, he's starting to get power in his swing, right? All his home runs to the pull side, which makes sense. Like, his doubles are off of that wall over there, too. It's not like he's going the opposite way for a ton of doubles here. I think it's more so he's in a good ballpark for his skill set. Like, this is perfect. If you put him at Fenway, I don't think he's getting as many doubles here. I think a few of these actually are outs at Fenway. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think, Austin. I think we get Chapman in the 8. Fair enough. Yeah, I like to me, if the Red Sox are gonna buy, like, I would rather they go after someone who, I don't know. It is 10:45. I got like 10 minutes left in me, dude. I'm so tired. Is the All-Star Game MVP just the American League pitching staff? Like, how do you give this MVP away? I guess it's Bellinger for the 2-run RBI single, but, like, that's it. Don't be surprised if Chapman doesn't pitch. I mean, they put everyone in, don't they? Like, everyone pitches. I thought Adley was pretty solid this year. Adley's been good defensively, too, I think. No, everyone doesn't pitch? Oh. Yeah, dude. Adley's been pretty elite defensively. He's in the 98th percentile in run value, fielding run value. He's a 763 OPS. He's been good this year. He definitely deserves to be in this All-Star game, I think. Maybe not starting it, but I don't think there's any extras in the All-Star game versatility. Oh, man. There's your MVP right there, chat. Woo, that ball was cranked. Vargas for MVP right there. This is another guy. Like, this is a guy who, the Dodgers gave up on, was terrible for the White Sox for a year, and now he's an all-star. Like, this is another prime example of, hey, let's not give up on young players who are struggling at the major league level right now, Vargas is probably a pretty good comp to Marcelo, actually. Yeah, he's been fantastic this year. MLB The Show, good MLB The Show card? Yeah, he is. Yeah, but to be fair, King, a lot of Dodgers fans were pretty okay giving away Miguel Vargas at the time, if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure I remember. 4 pitchers on the AL bench. Schlittler for the Yanks is going to pitch. Oh, no, he's not going to pitch. He's not pitching this game. Except Vargas plays third and first base. I mean, yeah, but still. Similar comp in terms of, like, career progression, I should say, maybe. Hopefully. Murakami hasn't played yet? Wow. Oh, to pitch? That'd be sick. Oh, I see. Pretty sick. Chapman hasn't been the best this season, but he deserves to close. I don't disagree. Which team do you think was the best championship in terms of like pedigree? It's 18 was the best Red Sox team. In terms of like overall impact, it's 04. It's either 04 or 18. 13 too, you can make that argument. 7's at the bottom, unfortunately. If we're just ranking them in terms of like actual like team, like who had the best team, then you're probably low key. You're probably doing 18, 7, 4, 13. I think is probably the answer there. Oh, I agree. 13 was in terms of just players on the field. You think 04's roster was better than 7's? I don't know, dude. It's close. That's close because there's a lot of repeated guys too. You know. Why are we challenging? I want to go to bed. 1903? Oh, yeah, dude. They were unstoppable. Yeah, they did, King. But also, like 7 dominated. Well, 7 had that comeback against Cleveland. But, like, they dominated the regular season. 7 did. All right, chat. This is going to be my last inning. I'm tired. This is my last half inning. I don't think they're bringing in Chapman. True. Yeah, the miracle to beat Detroit's a good point. Like the 18 was really, I think, the only team to truly dominate the entirety of the postseason. Like that 18 just fully, flat out ran through. Dude, 18-18. No one talks about it. Can they tie so Wilson can win the Derby and MVP? Dude, that'd be so sick, low-key. Imagine. 1912 was that team. Chat, now we're getting 2 in the weeds here. You know, Babe Ruth was on one of those teams, I think. I don't think I can name any other player on the 2018 Red Sox. Let's take a look at the 2018 Red Sox lineup, and let's see how many people you guys recognize here. '18 Red Sox. Oh, yeah, dude. Big old Babe. There's no way there was an actual player named Stuffy McInnes. There's no way that's a real player. There's no way. Oh, Harry Hooper. Harry Hooper, I know that name. I know Harry Hooper. They got Babe Ruth, obviously. He led all of baseball with 11 home runs. Had the same amount of triples, by the way. Hit 300 with a 555 slug. Also led the American League in strikeouts with a whopping 58, chat. Let's take a look at the rotation, shall we? Bullet Joe Bush had a 2.11 ERA. Dog. Sad Sam Jones. I like that they included the nicknames here. Sad Sam Jones won 16 out of his 21 games. And at a 2, dude, this ERA was elite. Whole team 2.31 ERA. Good Lord. The only 2 relief pitchers on the entire team. Look at the innings pitched. 293, 272. Oh my God. That is so funny. Names were elite back then, dude. Names were so much better. Dutch Leonard, yeah, true. Why do we ever get rid of good old Dutchy, huh? Used to rock the 1918 T. Oh, dude, yeah. That was a fire design, you know? There's nothing better than that 1918 Red Sox hat, dude. Classic. I had one of those when I was a kid. Think Chapman's pitching because Violent. Dude, I can't make it, Chad. I can't make it. I gotta get up early. We gotta talk about something tomorrow. You're gonna name your kids after the 19. Yeah, dude. If you ain't naming them Stuffy McGinnis, I don't know what you're doing. I can make it, chat. I gotta get up so early, make a video tomorrow. What are we talking about tomorrow? I had an idea and then I lost it. I had an idea and it was all planned out too. And then I forgot what it was. Pfft. Your son's first name's gonna be Stuffy now? Chad, if you ain't naming your kid Stuffy, I don't know what you're doing. How the 1912 Red Sox are the greatest team of all time? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I was going to grade the first half. Should be pretty interesting. It's an inning and 2/3. I got this. Ugh. Fine. Actually, yeah, maybe that is what I'll talk about, should I? Maybe that is what I'll talk about. Not a lot of high grades for that one. I'll be honest. I think individually there are going to be some relative, like the entire pitching staff's going to get at least an A. Yeah. I mean, like, I think Gray gets an S. Murakami's at first? No, dude. Why am I watching this? That's not Murakami. No, not Murakami. Glaze Wilson. Dude, we might talk about Wilson, yeah. Sonny Gray did not make the All-Star team, dude. Insane. Rafael is still in center field. I don't know who I'd like to add, Griffin, because I don't know who's selling right now. I have no idea who's selling. In terms of guys I think would be absolutely untouchable, Wilson's not leaving, so you can just add him to that list. He already said he's not going to accept the waive his trade clause. No trade clause for that. Totally, I think is untouchable. Anthony, I think is untouchable. Crochet, I think is untouchable. Sedan, I think is untouchable. I think that's it. So, Tolley, Crochet, Anthony. Who did I say? Tolley, Crochet, Anthony, Rafaela. All right, Chad, I'm pushing through for you. There's like 10 of you guys in here, but I love you so much. I'm going to do it. Ranger isn't going at now. I don't consider Ranger really a guy that I'm worried about seeing getting traded, you know. You got this. I got it, Chad. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. There's 36. Well, I love all 36 of you for sticking around then. To be honest with you, I don't consider Arias an immovable object. I think the price for Arias is high. Don't get me wrong. Like I think the price for him is really high. Um, but I don't think the price is unreasonable. Like for me, Anthony is pretty damn close. Like it'd be like Bobby Wood Jr., James Woods. I think would be the list for a Roman Anthony, right? Crochet, I'm not moving. Say Don, I'm not moving. I think it's gonna be really hard for you to find those skill sets that makes your team better by trading Rafaela. Arias, I think I could see it. Like if there is a like I'm trying to think of like a name that would like tantalize me enough where I'd be willing to move Arias. It'd have to be a middle infielder, right? Because as much as I love Marcelo and as much as I still think Marcelo would succeed, or can succeed, you simply can't build a team around Marcelo right now. You can't do it, right? So it'd have to be middle infielder if you're trading Arias. It'd have to be an established middle infielder on a team that's rebuilding. You'd move Meyer before Arias though. I think the answer is interestingly no, because exactly what Shooter said. Arias is surprisingly going to be easier for the Red Sox to move because he's going to be so much more valuable. Right? Like that's the answer. So like if you're putting them head to head at this exact moment, you'd say Arias is probably the more valuable player. You'd be selling low on Marcelo? Exactly. That's my point. Is like there's like letting Marcelo Meyer go at this point would be ridiculous, I think. I just don't know. I just don't know what. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Mason Miller is so ridiculous. It's going to be interesting to see him versus Chapman. Arias does look a lot better than Meyer does right now. And I do think Arias' ceiling could end up being higher. But my point is it's easier to trade Arias for a legit big league name for the middle infield. Like a guy that you would hope that Arias would turn into. Oh my God. Called up Meyer too quick. I kind of low key think they sent him to AA too or AAA too quickly. Why are they getting one hitter? Why did Mason Miller? Are they trying to? Dude, it's already 11. What are they doing to me? The good news is there's no game tomorrow. To get everyone in the game, I guess. But my God, what is? Oh, they're going to the Phillies closer. That's ridiculous. It's against the rules. They wanted him and Anthony move at the same pace for some reason. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if Marcelo was in AAA right now, with Arias behind him, like if Marcelo Meyer was coming up this year, I think he's probably looking a lot better, a lot more polished. Like I'll always like I made an entire video about this and people flamed me because they were like, you either sink or you swim, and these guys are all sinking. Like who cares? It's like, well, it's not as easy as that, right? It's not as easy as just simply, oh, these guys aren't good in Boston. Like you have to ask yourself why. And I think with Marcelo, it's a matter of he got pushed up too early and was expected to be, Roman Anthony caliber. And Roman Anthony and Marcelo, as they were only what 11 like rankings away from each other by the time they came up, but they were in totally different spots when they came up. And there were real conversations about Marcelo Meyer and sort of what's going on in terms of I don't know. It drives me nuts that the promotion of Marcelo to AAA and then how little he spent in AAA too drives me crazy because he was hurt when he got brought up the first time. So he really only got what 2 months in AAA. And as much as I sit here and I always kind of preach about how AA is where you need to do your developing, AAA is where you wait for the majors. AAA for a guy like Meyer was so important because he was doing too well against AA pitching. He needed to face some legit MLB style arms, right? Guys who've been there, guys who, are like those 5 ERA guys you see for blips out of a bullpen, right? He needed to face the AAA off-speed stuff. He just did, right? He needed to continue to develop there. And that's a huge talking point. Radio shows seem to think again, I said this at the beginning of the stream, I'll say it again. The almost need for major league for specifically radio shows. It's both WEI and 98.5. The need for those guys to try to vilify these young players baffles me. Right? It baffles me. You have to be honest, our top hitting prospects not being developed at the major league level. No, I actually think the problem is our top hitting prospects are doing too much developing. Oh, Cedon's up? Everyone shut up. Cedon's up. Everyone shut up. Cedon's up. But let me make my point. I think that we're getting Chapman for the close. Oh, it's not even a save. Damn. I think that I think that they expected these star prospects to develop too much in Major League Baseball. There's classic Cedon right there. Little contact right against a really tough arm. That's Cedon right there. MVP baby. MVP baby. But you get my point, right? Like it was almost like I don't know. It's almost like they didn't do enough developing with these guys in minor league baseball and expected them to make up the difference at the major league level. Yeah, they probably would, but again, that's because one, when they come up, they're not expected to make gigantic leaps, like specifically, I think Meyer and Campbell. And two, the Brewers spend time developing these guys and make sure metrically that they're ready to go. Dude, Reds, the AL doesn't win this game without that Contreras single. I agree. How am I feeling about Tracy long term? I really like Chad Tracy. I really like him. I've loved his bullpen management recently. I've really liked his lineups recently. Like you know what I like about Tracy is recently too. He's sort of allowed, like there are always gonna be moving parts in a lineup, but he's allowed your core guys to stay there, right? The Cedon 2, Wilson 3, Willier 4. I like that. Right? Let your best hitters establish themselves in an order. But I also love that he's not afraid to change up the lineup either, you know? Like Siegler's hot. Let's take advantage of that. Put him in the front of the lineup, you know? Durbin's been hitting better. Put him at 6, you know? Yeah, small ball. I'm cool with small ball. I love homers, dude. I was cool with small ball coming to the year. I'm cool with small ball now. What is this? What was going on with that drone? That was going to give me a heart attack. It's a seizure. Just cut back and you're like. I was saying the same thing after last season's 10 gamer. What? Small ball? Yeah, when the other team does it, it's awful because it deflates your team so much, you know? Drone out, yeah, dude. They literally cut back and it was like, oh, starts the splitter. That's miserable, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing, Chabby? Small market is for the small market teams. I don't think that's necessarily true, Boston. Like we can't be a franchise that sits here and gets angry that the Red Sox aren't playing like the same people saying small balls for small market teams, the same people saying analytics are ruining the game. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Sandoval Bennett, Sam Firewall Suarez Crochet early return look even good even injured at the moment. Yeah, at the moment. The Royals. There's 1K, chat. There's 2. This is All-Star Game MVP Chapman right here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kansas City Royals. I'm out, chap. I'm out. I'm not doing this, chap. I don't care about the last out. This is ridiculous. Didn't get to finish the game. Didn't get to finish the game. I'm out, chap. GG's. It was a good stream. I love these All-Star Game streams. I love these All-Star Game streams, man. It's just so fun to sit here and relax, you know? For like one live stream, not argue too much about things. It was nice. It was nice. I appreciate y'all for sitting here too. You know? It was fun. It was fun. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Wilson Contreras and the fact that he's going absolutely nowhere and what that means for the Red Sox coming to the deadline. So that should be interesting. Until then, though, I will see you all. Talking more Red Sox, actually. And obviously,